इम्पोर्टेंट है क्या?
IT team, please confirm whether the secretary sir has joined. IT team, please confirm whether the chief guest sir has joined.
Yes, sir. He has joined.
Chief guest sir has joined.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Namaste, sir.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste, sir. So, with the permission of the chair, shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sanju ji, please stay.
A very good afternoon to one and all. I, Sanju Chaudhary, Assistant Director, Student Development Cell, All India Council for Technical Education. I'm pleased to welcome each and every one of you to this online webinar for implementation of Student Learning Assessment Project PARAKH. I extend a warm welcome to the chief guest of today's webinar, Shri Akash Tripathi ji, IAS Principal Secretary, Directorate of Technical Education, Madhya Pradesh. Special guest, Dr. Bharat Sharan Singh, Chairman, Madhya Pradesh Private University Regulatory Commission, and Professor Sunil Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Rajiv Gandhi Pradhyogiki Vishwavidyalaya Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Guest of honor, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, AICTE, Dr. C.S. Verma, Sir, Assistant Director and Regional Officer of Central Region, AICTE, and Dr. Amit Datta, Director, Student Development Cell, AICTE, for gracing this event with their presence. As per the Indian tradition, we always start any educational program by acknowledging the goddess of knowledge, Ma Saraswati. So we start the program with Saraswati Vandana, and for this, I request Mr. Vivek Kumar, IT consultant, to please play the Saraswati Vandana. Thank you, Vivek. Now I would like to invite Dr. Amit Datta, Director AICTE, for the welcome address.
Thank you, Sanju. Good afternoon, one and all.
क्या नाम है
Respected Akash Tripathi ji,
कहाँ जॉब
Secretary Madhya Pradesh, Technical Education and Skill Development and Employability.
है ना
Respected
मैंने बहुत सारे
Bharat ji, Chairman Madhya Pradesh Private University Regulatory Commission. Respected Sunil Gupta ji, Vice Chancellor Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogiki University. Respected Professor Rajiv Kumar sir, Member Secretary, All India Council for Technical Education. Shri C.S. Verma ji, Central Regional Office, AICTE. Academic leaders and dear faculty members. It is indeed my proud privilege to welcome this gathering of visionary academic leaders in one of the most promising flagship program of AICTE, PARAKH, Student Learning and Assessment. In an increasing digital economy, the basic qualifications for getting a job are shifting as more roles require technological skill. In fact, the research by the McKinsey Global Institute finds that by 2030, the time spent using advanced technological skill at work will increase by 50% in the United States and by 41% in the Europe. And time spent using even basic digital skill will rise by 69% in the US, 65% in Europe. How can the private sector make sure that the workforce has the skill to meet the new demands of the future of work? The technology sector is on the cutting edge of this because when you come out of the college with a computer science degree, you know maybe a few languages, but you are guaranteed that those languages are going to change and the approaches are going to change. So these are some things that tech companies are familiar with. Lifelong learning, reskilling, it's something that just part and parcel of our daily work. Now our students are the equally partner in the new academic self-paced landscape of online learning. Of course, now the medium of instructions to be more focused in the Indian regional languages. To address this gap, All India Council for Technical Education has implemented a large-scale program to assess and improve the students' skill in line with the Bloom's taxonomy. AICT Student Learning Assessment Project, that is PARAKH, is to evaluate and assess their overall qualitative and quantitative growth during the course of study in order to build the students capable that leads a good career, progressive, and having a good human values for the society in their future endeavors. The major goal of the AICT Student Learning Assessment Project PARAKH is to produce the skilled and employable graduates aligned with the National Education Policy 2020 goals. The major goals of this project is the assessing and the comparing of the student skills, the levels gains of the students in the entire country, the developing strong analytic, communicational, quantitative, application-based, comprehensive, and information skill along the Indian students. the creating mechanism to help the students know their aptitude so as to help in deciding their professional careers and align it with their interests and choice of studies. So producing the skilled graduate by attaining high standards academic and aptitude skill, and introducing the changes required in the current teaching system among the technical institutions. I would like to share here the current statistics of the portal. As of now, the eligible institutes from the Madhya Pradesh is 484. So far, only 20 institutions have been registered on the portal. The students registered among the all registered category lakh 1,47,197. Only 14,000 students have registered from the Madhya Pradesh, and almost 6,000 students have taken their assessment. So it's our humble request from the institution of Madhya Pradesh to register on the portal and start student registration for getting the assessment. I once again welcome
CSC के अंदर
Chairman, Vice Chancellor Rajiv Gandhi University, Professor Raju Kumar sir, Member Secretary ICT, and Dr. C.S. Verma ji. Once again, welcome sir. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary AICTE, to address the attendees of this event and share your views and give a brief about the SLA project. Sir, please.
Thank you, Sanju. Respected Sri Akash Tripathi ji, Principal Secretary, DTE Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Bharat Singh ji, Chairman Madhya Pradesh Private University Regulatory Commission, and Professor Sunil Kumar ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor Rajiv Gandhi Pradyogik University, Bhopal. My friends at AICT, Dr. Amit Datta, Dr. C.S. Verma, and Dr. Sanju Chaudhary, and dear participants. Very warm good afternoon to each and everyone. First of all, I thank Government of Madhya Pradesh and Technical University Bhopal for coming to this platform and sharing what we are doing at AICT for the benefit of our student and taking this initiative forward up to the last student sitting in the remotest place in a village. So, sir, thank you. Thank you to all, sir. Now, as Amit Datta explained, that was the initiative taken by the AICTE. I will just give a brief background of that initiative. Government of India, under Technical Quality Initiative Program, gave a mandate to Stanford University to find out the learning gaps of our students. So that was a pilot project given to 50 institutions, and this gave certain recommendations to Government of India. Now, because that pilot project was executed only on 50 institutions and that too in 2 and 3 branches, then taking that initiative forward, AICT with the team of experts framed this student learning assessment project and the name Students Learning Assessment Project as a PARAKH, where we created a large data bank of the questions for the different streams and as per the different levels of the Bloom's taxonomy. I'm happy to share that presently we have around 1.3 lakhs question in our database. And these all questions, they have been vetted by the experts, and large number of questions we received from our industry friends also. And this work is going on. We are enriching our database regularly. And through this program, I will request, before briefing what is there in this project, through this program, because large number of faculty members, they are associated, they are joining this program, I will request them, please visit this portal and Also enrich our database by submitting questions through this portal only. We are going to create that facility very soon, where our faculty members, they can also enter the questions. These questions, whatever you will enter, they will be vetted by the experts, and after getting vetted, they will become a part of our database. So through this program, I request our faculty members, please share the questions, because we want to have a large database of the questions. Now the second part is that, what is that portal? What is that student learning assessment portal? PARAKH. Now our students, our industry demands something, and we are teaching something, and students are learning something. There is a large gap between all these three components. So with the help of the industry, we came out to a conclusion that we have to create a portal where industry related questions, either it is analytical or communication skills, application based or comprehensive, all sort of questions as per Bloom's taxonomy are available. If a student selects, suppose I am in the mechanical branch first year, then the question of the mechanical first year will appear to that question, to that students. He can appear to the test, and the result of the test, what are the gaps in his learning, that student can understand. Another component of that portal is that if a college wants to assess the whole class, then the whole class can appear in the test or particular subject, and they can easily identify the gaps in that particular subject. And what is the advantage of that? Advantage is that if all the students, they are lacking in some particular area, that institution can take remedial measures, either by providing extra teaching hours or extra hands-on part to that students. So this is a measure not to find the fault among anything, but just to facilitate. And we also come to know that what are the lackings, what are the gaps there, and which are not as per the industry requirement. So all such things, they are there also. Even our faculty members, if they want to appear in the test, they can also appear in the test, and they can also enrich their knowledge base. They will also come to know what are the gaps, learning gaps, in what area they need to do more. They need to emphasize more to learn these gaps, or to bridge these gaps. All such facilities are there in this portal. And the important thing is that if a student or a faculty member wants to appear in the test in a particular language, he can select the language, and in between also, suppose he is not clear, he has selected Hindi language and the question is not clear, he can immediately switch over to the English language. So all such facilities, they are there in the portal. This portal is available in almost all languages. So my appeal, my request to the institutions, to the faculty members, and to the students. First, every institution has to register on this portal. If the institution is registered, then their students, they can also register on this portal. This facility is there. So first starting point is that the institution has to register in the portal, then it will be open for the students of that particular institution. So my appeal, my request to all institutions, please register. Only out of 484 eligible institutions from the state of Madhya Pradesh, 29 has registered so far. But you see the enthusiasm of the students. 14,700 students from these 29 institutions, they have already registered. So if institutions, they are registering on this portal, then there is a great enthusiasm among our students to take this test. And I hope through this webinar, through the efforts of Technical University and the efforts of the state government, almost all the students, 484 students, they will register this portal, they will take the benefit. Not only they will take the benefit, they will also discuss, they will also share their suggestions also. Because we are also evolving, we need your suggestion how we can improve it further, and your suggestion will be duly considered by the committee, and we will try to incorporate all feasible solutions in time to come. With all these words, once again, I thank all of you for joining this webinar and taking this forward, this initiative of AICT, that is PARAKH, to our students. With all these words, thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to request our special guest, Professor Sunil Kumar, Vice Chancellor, RGVP Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, to address the attendees on the importance of assessment for teachers and students alike. Sir, please.
First, I would like to congratulate AICT for having this kind of portal. And second, I would also like to welcome Sri Akash Tripathi ji, who is also the Chief Guest and the Principal Secretary of Technical Education in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And I hope under his able leadership, we will achieve all the targets. University has already taken two initiatives. One, we are making this institutional registration compulsory as part of affiliation. Already I've instructed my affiliation department, make it compulsory that the institution has been registered on PARAKH platform. Only then the affiliation form shall be executed or will be proceeded. And second thing, to the examination department, I have requested you make a field with regard to the PARAKH also, whether the student has been registered under PARAKH or not, and what kind of performance he has received or achieving in that particular portal. So by having these two steps along with the programs like this, I hope that we will be achieving 100% target as far as the Madhya Pradesh is concerned. And that's my goal. And I really feel privileged that here in the quality of the teachers as well the students are going to be examined. So first the teachers should go for this examination so they can assess their capabilities as well as they can assess their gaps also. Because ultimately as a teacher, if you don't know what are the gaps in your learning, you cannot transfer knowledge to the student, and that is very critical. That's my personal feeling. And as far as the student are concerned, everybody knows that there is a gap between the industry requirement and as far as the learning in the institutions are concerned. And we are happy to know that this is a huge question bank. And even the faculty is being invited to add questions in this question bank. So with time, this question bank may itself become a bank of questions which will be giving enough information to each and every student as well as the faculty, and making them competitive in the industrial world and at the international arena also. You might be aware that during TechUp 3, we had been provided funds for getting these kind of assessments, and a lot of funding has gone into getting these kind of assessment. But herein, I really congratulate AICT that they have come forward with this kind of portal facility wherein any student or teacher can go through this PARAKH program, and finally we can have a database of what kind of learning is taking place in any university system or in any institution. So definitely this is a very useful step. This will help us in saving our resources also, and if properly, if we can use this portal properly, that definitely results will be highly encouraging. So once again, Rajiv ji, thank you very much for initiating this particular portal at first place, and Datta ji for organizing this particular platform here itself, wherein we are discussing the importance of the PARAKH with all associated or all affiliating institute under RGPV. And I hope with the help of the state government, we will force it that every institution comes on this particular platform and everybody appears in this examination every year, not once, but every year they appear in this examination and they assess their gaps, and finally teachers utilize that particular information to enhance his or her quality as per the industry requirement. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for inviting me.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. It is my pleasure to invite our another special guest, Dr. Bharat Sharan Singh, Chairman, Madhya Pradesh Private University Regulatory Commission, to address the online gathering. Sir, please.
Thank you. इस वेबिनार पर हेलो, आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर, आपकी आवाज आ रही है सर।
इस वेबिनार पर जुड़े हुए मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में श्री आकाश त्रिपाठी जी, अभी हमने जिनका गर्भित उद्बोधन सुना, प्रोफेसर राजीव कुमार जी एवं सुनील कुमार जी, अमित दत्ता जी और विवेक कुमार जो बराबर सक्रिय हैं 3 दिन से एक प्रकार से फैसिलिटेट करने के लिए। अभी राजकुमार जी ने एक महत्वपूर्ण बात कही कि हम लोग टेक्निकल एजुकेशन के बारे में जो कुछ चीज करते हैं, बताते हैं, उनमें से इंडस्ट्रीज को कुछ अलग प्रकार की आवश्यकता होती है, हम कुछ अन्य प्रकार से पढ़ाते हैं, छात्र कुछ अन्य प्रकार से सोचते हैं। तो इस प्रकार से जो एक सभी के बीच में गैप है, इस गैप को कैसे पूरा कर सकते हैं, मैं समझता हूँ उस गैप को पूरा करने के लिए ये वेबिनार काफी सार्थक होगा। और इस गैप को कैसे पूर्ति किया जा सकता है, यह एक परख एक वास्तव में एक बड़ा अभियान चला रहा है, इसके लिए साधुवाद। और जहां तक मध्य प्रदेश की बात है, जो हमारा प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी रेगुलेटरी कमीशन है, हमारे मध्य प्रदेश में 43 यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जिस्ट कर रही है, जिनमें से 2-4 यूनिवर्सिटी को छोड़ दें जो मेडिकल पैरामेडिकल पर आधारित है, अन्यथा सभी यूनिवर्सिटीज लगभग 38 यूनिवर्सिटीज जो है टेक्निकल कोर्सेज का संचालन करती है, और जिसमें सर्टिफिकेट भी है, डिप्लोमा भी है, डिग्री भी है, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन भी है, रिसर्च भी है। और हमारा ये भी प्रयास चल रहा है कि किस प्रकार से हम यूनिवर्सिटी और इंडस्ट्रीज के बीच में जो एक गैप है कैसे ठीक कर सकते हैं, आपका भी प्रयास चल ही रहा है। और बहुत से विश्वविद्यालय इस पर एमओयू भी किए हैं कि हम अपने हिसाब से बच्चों को तैयार न करें, बल्कि जिस प्रकार से इंडस्ट्रीज में यूनिवर्सिटीज को आवश्यकता है उस प्रकार से बच्चों को तैयार करें। तो इस हिसाब से भी हमारा अभियान चल ही रहा है। और इस वेबिनार का जो भी आउटपुट आएगा, जो भी डिक्लेरेशन होगा, किस प्रकार से हम अपने सभी विश्वविद्यालयों में 43 यूनिवर्सिटीज में किस प्रकार से हमारी भूमिका हो सकती है, चाहे टीचिंग एजुकेशन डेवलप करने के लिए, फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए, इस गैप को पूरा करने के लिए हमारा पूरा प्रयास होगा। अंत में 1-2 बातें मैं कहना चाहूंगा। देखिए, पूरे विश्व में एक होड़ लगी है कि किस प्रकार से हम भारतवर्ष में अपना उद्योजक इंडस्ट्री जो है स्टेब्लिश करें। स्वाभाविक है, उसके पीछे जो आकर्षण है वह हमारी वाइब्रेंट डेमोग्राफी है 130 करोड़ की। स्वाभाविक है, सैकड़ों देश मिला देते हैं तब जाकर के भी ये संख्या पूरी नहीं होती। यूके चाहता है भारत में स्थापित करें अपना उद्योग, जापान, चाइना, अन्य देश भी भारत में। एकमात्र आकर्षण है भारत की वाइब्रेंट डेमोग्राफी 130 करोड़ की। अब प्रश्न ये उठता है कि ये अवसर अन्य देश क्यों प्राप्त करें, हमारे विद्यार्थियों में क्या कमी है, हम कहाँ कमजोर हैं, हम क्यों ऐसे विद्यार्थियों को नहीं तैयार कर पा रहे तो वो जो है अब्रॉड जाने का इंटरेस्ट फोरगो करें, मल्टीनेशनल कॉर्पोरेट के प्रति थोड़ा सा आग्रह कम हो, कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम दे, अच्छी बात है, अन्यथा नौकरी के कतारों में नहीं तो अपने पैरों में खड़े हो। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का भी आग्रह रहता है कि हमको नौकरी करने वाले नहीं तो नौकरी देने वाला बनना है। इसके लिए भारत सरकार एमएसएमई मंत्रालय चलाया हुआ है और लगभग 20 लाख करोड़ का पैकेज भी है। तो किस प्रकार से इस पैकेज का हम उपयोग कर सकते हैं, छात्रों को इनिशिएट कर सकते हैं, उनको बता सकते हैं कि आसमान के ऊपर जहां और भी है। तो इस प्रकार से हम यदि प्राइवेट पब्लिक सेक्टर का टोटल देखते हैं कि जो जॉब इंगेज करते हैं, पाते हैं, ये संख्या 7-8% से ज्यादा नहीं, वो चाहे प्राइवेट सेक्टर हो या पब्लिक सेक्टर हो। 10% भी मान लेते हैं तो इन माध्यमों से जो इंगेज होने वाले हैं, अपने पैरों में खड़े होने वाले हैं नौकरी के माध्यम से, वो संख्या 10% से ज्यादा नहीं हो सकती। जो 90% है उनको हम किस प्रकार से फैसिलिटेट कर सकते हैं, और जो पूरे भारतवर्ष में एमएससी मंत्रालय के माध्यम से जिले जिले में उद्योग ऑफिस है, जिसमें लगभग 6500 प्रकार के स्टार्टअप हैं, और हर क्षेत्र में अलग अलग प्रकार के उद्योजक हैं, काम धंधे हैं, व्यवसाय हैं। इस प्रकार से लगभग 6500 स्टार्टअप को किस प्रकार से हम इन बचे हुए विद्यार्थियों को जोड़ सकते हैं। ऐसा कर पाएंगे तो स्वाभाविक है अपने उद्देश्यों में प्रतिपूर्ति हो जाएंगे और मेक इन मध्य प्रदेश, मेक इन इंडिया, न केवल मेक इन इंडिया, मेक फॉर वर्ल्ड दिशा में भी हम आगे बढ़ेंगे। और इस वेबिनार से जो भी कंक्लूजन आएगा, डिक्लेरेशन होगा, हम किस प्रकार से पूरे मध्य प्रदेश के 43 यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने वाले लाखों विद्यार्थियों को और वहाँ के कहते हैं जैसे एज यू सो सो सेल यू रीप, जैसे हम स्टाफ तैयार करेंगे उस प्रकार से वो डिलीवर कर पाएंगे विद्यार्थियों को, और जैसा हमारा टीचिंग स्टाफ डिलीवर कर पाएगा उस हिसाब से विद्यार्थी तैयार होंगे। और उसी दिशा में ये काम आगे बढ़ रहा है। परख द्वारा ये अभियान के लिए मैं एक बार पुनः बधाई देता हूँ और मेरा जो भी प्रयास होगा PRC के माध्यम से पूरे मध्य प्रदेश में वो करने का पूरा प्रयास करूंगा। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
इस वेबिनार में उपस्थित और जुड़े लोगों को संबोधित करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद महोदय। Now I feel privileged to have such a distinguished chief guest, Shri Akash Tripathi ji, IAS Principal Secretary, Directorate of Technical Education, Madhya Pradesh among us. He needs no introduction. It is my honor now to invite the Honorable Shri Akash Tripathi sir to address all of us. Sir, please.
Guest of honor, Professor Rajiv Kumar, who is Member Secretary of AICTE, Professor Sunil Kumar, VC of RGPV, Dr. Bharat Sharan Singh, who is Chairman of Madhya Pradesh Private University Regulatory Commission, other distinguished guests and participants. At the outset, I would like to really and profusely congratulate AICTE for coming up with this unique student learning assessment system, which is called PARAKH. As we know that it is developed in collaboration with Stanford University, which in itself is a world leader in higher and technological education. With this unique system, we know that students can really access it, and the major challenge which they face when they enter into the job market is that of employability skills and aptitude. And they need to identify their gaps, what gaps are not letting them enter into good jobs. They can identify those gaps through this PARAKH portal. They can take their own self-assessment, know their gap areas, focus on those gap areas, and improve upon them. In the beginning, Professor Rajiv Kumar was saying that very few institutions of Madhya Pradesh have been enrolled in this PARAKH system and portal. Professor Sunil Kumar told us that for affiliation, they have made it compulsory that they should be registered on this portal. But the institutions which are already affiliated, they must also come on board on this portal. They should utilize this system not only for their students, but also for their faculty. As we know, there's a huge challenge of quality in our education, and especially in the private sector institutions. There's nothing to say that privatization is bad or private institutions are bad, but we see what we see and what we experience. So there's a huge quality challenge and gap in private institutions, and that gap comes from the faculty itself. So first we should identify the gaps in the skills and aptitude of the faculty, work on those gaps, improve upon them, and then in turn that work can be passed on to the students. Students can be encouraged and coaxed to take up these examinations either on a classroom basis or on an individual basis. And they must learn what areas are their weak areas, where they should work, and also where do they stand vis-a-vis other students of other universities, other states. Even internationally, I think the portal must be providing some comparison with their skills and aptitude level with the levels of other countries as well. They should aspire for achieving the skill and aptitude levels of students which of US and maybe Europe, so that if you aspire for the best, you reach to at least some at a good level. So I think this is a unique initiative, and this is an opportunity for all the institutions of Madhya Pradesh. I really appeal and urge all the institutions, they must come on board as soon as possible. And not only they should register on this portal, but they should encourage and ensure that all their students are taking up these assessments and utilizing this portal to the fullest. This is a unique opportunity which we must not miss. And I again thank AICT for coming up with this unique initiative, and it will benefit our technological institutions and their students a lot. My best wishes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech. Thank you so much, sir. The Student Learning Assessment Project PARAKH is an initiative to bridge the gap between the academics and industry by providing a platform for self-assessment of learning outcomes and 21st century life skills acquired by the students. The SLE Unified Portal reaches every student of India so that the initiative will fulfill the gap between technical, professional, and industry needs. The SLA team of AICTE is prepared a presentation on this PARAKH portal. Now I request Ms. Shivani Jain, data analyst, to please play this presentation. Shivani, please.
AICTE is welcoming guest of honors, head of the institutions, faculty member and students for joining this event. The AICTE Student Learning Assessment Project is designed to assess the benchmark levels and gains in academic and aptitude skills of the students. Vision and mission of the project is to motivate and bridging the gap between academics and industry by providing a platform for self-assessment of knowledge and 21st century skill capabilities. India's higher education system is the third largest in the world, next to the United States and China. As of 2021, India has over 1,000 universities and 159 institutes of national importance, and 53,000 other institutions includes government, private and standalone institutions. India can be a world leader by creating skilled technical persons who have good knowledge and are able to apply academic information, assessing the quality of students by evaluating their academic, social, cognitive, critical, and behavioral development may lead to the reforms in Indian education system such as build students' confidence, develop new learning programs, identify the next learning phases, analyze the causes of learning difficulties, and make a policy to overcome these issues.
शिवानी, आपने दो दो डिवाइसेस ऑन की हुई है वहां पर. शिवानी, अब ठीक है, अब इसको चलाओ. पहले दो डिवाइसेस ऑन की हुई थी तुमने.
to fully demonstrate their learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, SLA team, for such a beautiful and informative video. This will definitely help our students for assessing themselves. Now we have reached at the end of this program, and for proposing vote of thanks on this occasion, I request Dr. C.S. Verma, Assistant Director and the Regional Officer of Central Region, AICTE. Sir, please. C.S. Verma, sir, are you there? I think there may be some network issue. So it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this event to all the dignitaries who joined here. I would like to thank Shri Akash Tripathi, sir, Dr. Bharat Sharan Singh, sir.
Ma'am, I have joined na.
Okay, sir. Sir, please
Sorry,
continue, sir.
sorry, here is a network problem.
Okay, sir.
Good morning to all. Today's chief guest, Sri Akash Tiwari, IAS PS, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी DT मध्य प्रदेश को अपनी राय और साझा देने के लिए मैं विशेष धन्यवाद दूंगा, क्योंकि पर्टिकुलरली उनके रिगार्डिंग क्वालिटी चैलेंज के बारे में बताए और इंस्टीट्यूट को ऑन बोर्ड होने के लिए सबको आग्रह किया, उसके लिए मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ. Today's special guest, Dr. Bharat Sharan Singh, Chairman MP PURC, जिन्होंने अपने मोटिवेशनल शब्दों से हमें अप्रेज किए, उनके लिए भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं. प्रोफेसर सुनील कुमार, वाइस चांसलर RGPV, जिनको भी कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करते हैं, जिन्होंने परख को यूनिवर्सिटी के थ्रू इम्प्लीमेंट करने की बात कहे हैं. अब हमारे प्रोफेसर राजीव कुमार, मेंबर सेक्रेटरी AICTE, जिन्होंने परख के एडवांटेज, उनके लर्निंग गैप और रिक्वायरमेंट को बताने के लिए मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं, और साथ ही फैकल्टी को मोटिवेट करने के लिए, समय देने के लिए धन्यवाद देते हैं. डॉक्टर अमित दत्ता, फॉर अपराइजिंग गोल्स, पर्टिकुलरली गोल्स के बारे में बताने के लिए उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं. डियर फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, आप लोगों ने यहाँ पे आए और परख को जानने की कोशिश किए, समय दिए, उनके लिए भी आप सभी को धन्यवाद. शिवानी जैन, फॉर परख पोर्टल को प्रेजेंट करने के लिए धन्यवाद देते हैं. पर्टिकुलरली मैं एज अ रीजनल ऑफिसर, मेरे ओर से आदरणीय प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी प्रोफेसर सुनील कुमार, प्रोफेसर भरत शरण सिंह जी से विनम्र निवेदन है कि आप परख पोर्टल पर प्रदेश के इंस्टीट्यूशंस, फैकल्टी, स्टूडेंट्स के सक्रिय भागीदारी सुनिश्चित हो, इसकी ओर कोई कार्य योजना बनाएं. प्रदेश के 100% इंस्टीट्यूशन पोर्टल पर स्वयं रजिस्टर करें. इसका कोई इम्प्लीमेंटेशन प्लान आपसे हम उम्मीद करते हैं. साथ ही प्रदेश के सभी इंस्टीट्यूशंस, उनके चेयरमैन, डायरेक्टर से मेरा अनुरोध है कि आप सभी अपने फैकल्टी, स्टूडेंट को पोर्टल पर रजिस्टर कर उनको असेसमेंट करने के लिए प्रेरित करें, क्योंकि यह सभी विद्यार्थियों के हित में बहुत आवश्यक है. आप सभी यहाँ पे आए, उनके लिए मैं आप सभी को पुनः धन्यवाद देता हूँ. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you all for being with us. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. So with the permission of the chair, we are closing the event.
Sir, should I close the meeting?
Chair's over now.